Today we are going to talk about different services that the government provides, why they provide them, and how they provide these services. So, a service is something helpful that is done for you. So, for example, our school. Our school is a service that you don't pay for, but the government pays for. And another one would be the library or a park or different roads that you drive on. They're all taken care of by the government. You might be thinking, how does the government pay for that? The government pays for it through taxes. Taxes are the money that the government uses to pay for things such as schools, libraries, the fire department, parks, roads, bridges, certain buildings, so on and so forth. Every person, when they are an adult and they have their own job, they pay taxes. It's usually a certain part of how much you earn. So when I'm at work here, a certain amount of my taxes or of my paycheck goes towards the government so that they are able to pay for the school, they're able to pay for the parks, the libraries, things like that. Last thing I want to talk about today are our branches of government. We have three really key branches of government, and each branch has their own different job. We have the president. The president is the leader of our country. Then we have Congress. Congress writes and votes on laws, and the Supreme Court decides if the law is fair or not. So the president can't just take over and say, well, I'm going to do whatever I want, because he has to respond to the Congress and the Supreme Court. They all keep each other in check. So no one has too much power, no one has not enough power. They all have the same amount of power, but they all have different roles within their power. So for review, the president leads the country, Congress writes and votes on laws, and the Supreme Court decides if the law is fair. So in review for our lesson today, we talked about three main things: services that are provided by our state and country. That would include schools, parks, the police officers, fire departments, and bridges and roads. We talked about taxes. Taxes is how we pay for all the things that we have that is provided by the government. And lastly, we talked about the different branches of government. That includes Congress, the president, and the Supreme Court. The president leads the country, Congress writes and votes on laws, and the Supreme Court decides if the law is fair. Now, when you head back to Canvas, you're going to answer two questions. The first question is, why do citizens pay taxes? Think about, what do the taxes go towards? What are we paying for? The second question is, why should citizens tell leaders what they need? Why do you think we, as the people who live here, should tell our leaders like the president or Congress or the Supreme Court what we need?